Yo, hello guys, and welcome back to Marv. And this will be a brand new episode on our series Breaking into Robotics. So, from our last video, I introduced this baby right here, and in this episode, we're gonna tear it apart. Don't worry, this isn't even the right size of what you might call it screwdriver. But if you remember, I did mention the fact that this was my old laptop, and I mentioned the fact that the fan exploded. Ooh. Okay, almost pinched me there. The fan exploded. So it's a funny story actually. This laptop was, I think, was bought in 2019. Yeah, my mom bought it for me when I was going to India for, hold on, university. I think we can do something with this as well. I mean, we're scrapping everything. Yeah, so when I was heading to university, and we made a deal. So the deal was she's gonna get me a high-end PC, and that's going to be the last one that she's gonna get me, because I went through PCs quick. Like, I burned through tech as if it's my work, my job. Well, it is my work now, so hopefully you will be able to, burn through PCs and actually make money from it. But back then, I was burning through them without making any money from it. But now, we're also burning through them for experimental purposes, so yes. And so, 2019, and I came to Kazakhstan in 2023. And it was funny actually, because at that point in time it had gotten, oh god. Okay, so like I said, no fan. So fan is supposed to be here. So yeah, back to the story. The fan exploded. So we were doing assignments with one of my homies, Sam, and it was back when I was in the dormitory, the university dormitory. And whilst we were doing some assignments, I had a bottle of tea nearby, and he just so happened to kick it, and yeah, the coffee tea got into the keyboard and it got grimy. Of course, IT person, I turned it off and I left it to sit for a couple of days, so the stickiness and the sugar should have gotten into the fan somehow. Oof, the battery's even expanded. I'm trying to explain and diagnose the PC at the same time. But yes, the battery expanded too. Oof. Okay, these are lithium ions. Okay, I'm not your dad, but when you are pulling apart a PC alone at home, please be safe. Wear some gloves, some protective eyewear. Use the right screwdriver. Don't be like me. I make a lot of bad decisions, and that's just my lifestyle. Okay, back to the story. So it just so happened that the day I decided to turn it on, I heard rattling in the PC, and I decided to turn it over, open it, and run it while it's like that, and the next thing I saw was so the fan exploded, and yeah. But it was a pretty good PC. I mean, it has an NVIDIA MX something. The ones before the one series, the RTX one something. I hope I don't break the hinge. Okay, so man's meets problems, but we have to be realistic. It's not like everything's gonna be perfect in this series, so we have to work with what we have. So looking at it, we still have, okay, let me show you here. So looking at it, we still have modules like the RAM, the battery is toast, very much so. I have to find a proper way of disposing this because these do explode when they, expand like this. Hopefully nobody pokes a hole in this and it explodes. And we also have, let me just put this down gently. We also have our CD drive. So all the motors in the center here. So in the center here. So maybe we can pull it apart as well. I'm a man that loves destruction, especially on technology. But like back to the PC, we have the RAM there, and we have some other modules like, and also the connections.
Reimagined.
I think I have an idea. So yeah, that is the story behind it. So now that I think of it, this guy. So robots usually have senses, right? A lot of senses. And one of the most important sensors, the eyes, the glaza. Yeah. Flexing my chit Russian there. So, okay, let me put you in frame so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, okay, so.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, so if this isn't a broken laptop and it's something you'd like to use again, which that sounds ridiculous. Who would want to break a laptop they're using and want to do something tech related with it? Don't be like me. Anyways, this isn't my actual laptop. I have like a proper laptop that I'm using. So yeah, if you're using this as reference for something like a restoration, a DIY thing, don't, but you have to be gentle. Something that I don't know how to be. That's what she said. Okay, so I think to remove this, I might have to pull this off because the screen goes down to like the bottom there. Mind you, for these videos I don't have scripts, so if you find them entertaining, hit the sub button, hit the like button. It's just me and my weird personality trying to entertain you lot. I hope this, I was about to say I hope this doesn't break, but it's already broken. Okay, it seems I cannot pull this off without... Give me a moment. So, since this is breaking into tech, we're gonna break into it a little bit more. Let me just grab a knife. By the way, if you are going to follow along and actually break into a PC, please.
Artlist.io.
Yeah. Don't. A moment, please. Okay, so I grabbed two. The perfect size. Something that nobody ever said about knives.
Music licensing reimagined.
Don't mind the jokes. Don't mind the jokes. Okay. Again, be careful. B-E-E, careful. Something that nobody ever said on YouTube, but like, anyways, we have to be responsible. I hope. Okay. I think the front portion, because like everything else is coming off properly, but it's just this front portion that's giving me problems. And also, I think the monitor is good. It can be replaced or turned into something portable. like a portable monitor, maybe. Who knows? Maybe if we get enough likes, enough subs, yep, I will be able to. Yeah, I will be able to turn that into another project that you lot might like. So what I'm doing is a bunch of dumbassery. Okay, I'm trying to use the knife to pry into these small spaces. I need to get a better table as well, and also a good camera rig. Yeah, so I can show you. But don't worry, if I get cut, I'll show you my blood. I heard it after I said it. But like I said, it's part of my humor. Okay, let's try to do this without damaging the monitor. I mean the screen. Already calling it a monitor here. I hope it doesn't smack me in the... Ooh! That glue was on there. Okay. We got motion. We got motion. We got motion.
Music
So,
licensing reimagined.
Jeez. If my mother ever saw me doing this, I mean, if she does check out my channel, I hope, actually not I hope, but I'm sorry, moms. I wasn't, it's for experimentation, it's for science. Giving it up for the sake of science. Something someone's girl once said. Oh jeez, that one was far. No, that was a far reach. I'm giving it up for science. Now, see, you're watching me on YouTube. Not that joke. Okay, now, shit. I hope that wasn't important.
Artlist.io.
It kind of looks important, but who cares? And also don't mind my singing voice. W's in the chat if you think my singing voice is... I need a better screwdriver. Damn. But yeah, basically what I thought of is repurposing the camera module. Gonna use this small thing. Something nobody ever said.
Artlist.io.
Oh my goodness, it's flexible. It's not. Yeah, so like I said, be extra careful. Is there like something holding it down? Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to pull off the screen. So yeah,
Music
fast forward this.
licensing reimagined.
Okay, so progress. 2 screws out. I'm just using a regular kitchen knife. So I guess thank you HP for repairability. I mean, it's damageability at this point because I'm damaging it, but like, thank you HP for making it easy for me to dissect this. And if this works, I hope HP, you can hire me, sponsor me to break down like more tech. Again, when playing with knives, be extremely careful. Very, very careful. Okay, I think I have pulled it off enough. Oh, we broke another something somewhere. Who cares? Not me. Okay, so I think now it should just
Music licensing reimagined.
come off. Whew. Man, that's a thick mod. I caught the joke before I said it. See, I'm a good-ish kind of person. Okay, now I'm trying to remove the connector at the bottom. So I'm told, but after watching some DIY videos, I learned these are gentle. Of course, the DIYs that I watched were like a person fixing a MacBook screen, and he said they're very fragile, but I don't. Ooh, okay, there we go.
Music licensing reimagined.
Now you screen me, now you don't. Another dad joke. Yeah, I'm full of those, full of dad jokes. But these are actually nice. So this was
Artlist.io.
an LED, a normal LED screen. Yeah, not OLED or anything. I think it was 180 by 2 something. I'm not good with resolutions. I just use whatever is good. Yeah.
Music
Okay, so now
reimagined.
we have, I don't know why I'm winded. We have the chassis with the camera in there. So I do believe now it should just, I don't have the nails for this and I'm scared I might, I might,
Artlist.io.
here. Wow. Here it is. So this is our little camera module. So
Music licensing
we're gonna play
reimagined.
around with some code to try to see if we can use this as one of our dynamic sensors. And the connector is kinda, let me just put it up to you. Focus. Not on my chapped lips. Yeah, but it's a cute-ish type of connector. Maybe if I get the cable, come here, get over here. Mortal Kombat fans, drop some W's in the shot. Let me hide my chapped lips. Yeah, so that's what the connector looks like. And so I think if we could possibly we find where it connects to down here. Okay, yeah, these are the LCD connectors as it says. Okay, I forgot this is YouTube. I have to show you guys before I put it on. But just don't mind that. So that's where this guy, that's the connector, goes into there. This guy leads up to there. So pull it off, take it off. Not like that. Okay, so we badam. Ooh, okay, that looks like we're going to damage it. So you remove the top part and then you hold this little guy. Yeah, this little guy, and there we go. So that is our LCD connector. Who knew IT work was a lot of grunt work? I'm so winded. That's just me being unhealthy.
Music licensing
Ba-dum. So I suppose EDP. For those of you that have been on the internet long enough, I think you get that one. But okay, so we have the connector disassembled, or at least removed from the motherboard, so we'll have to see how that works. But we also have a little camera, so this is what we need for today's episode. So let's go into Walkie, and yeah. So my OBS studio tripped. I recorded this, but it was recording the wrong screen. So let me just walk you through what we did. So yeah, we are basically coding the camera module. So it's a 5-pin. If you remember, when I showed the pin to the camera, it was a 5-pin. So we're trying to code the 5-pin to connect to our USB slot here. So that's why we have the LEP pin, and we're connecting it as I input. So the camera is going to be set as an I input. And yeah, here when I was doing my research, we connected as 2 because there is going to be the other sensor. So there's the camera, the sensor, and the LED light. So the camera and the sensor are basically the 2, and the LED pin, it uses pin 13 as basically an exhaust, but mainly we're connecting with the USB. So the first thing we do is, as always, we're gonna connect with pin mod. So with the pin mods, we connect to the I input as an input, and the LEP pin, which is the LED, as the output, since the LED is going to basically shine. So we have our output there. And our loop here, what our loop here is doing is basically trying to catch any movement, basically. I say basically twice, but yeah. So what we do is, for int movement, you're reading the I input. So everything that the I sees and it's trying to see goes into the movement, and it's tracking where you move to. So basically, that eye tracking thing we have going with our eyes, we do that automatically, but because this is a camera and we have to tell the brain what to do if an object moves, it has to be able to track that as well. That's why we're coding in the movement, and we code in the LED pin as part of the movement, because what the sensor does is it captures light from the object, light that is bouncing off the object into the sensor. So we have to be able to also, reflect as much with the LED so that the light can also bounce off and the sensor gets enough information. So that was basically it. And okay, so welcome back. I was just trying to spin it again. Not a good idea, but yeah, so those are results for today. I'm gonna check out what else we can harvest from this, and since we're going to use this basically to create our
music licensing
robots, our backyard project, I suppose then this should be interesting. We still do have some interesting parts. I believe this is the CPU, and the graphics processor should be this guy right here. So we can think, I don't have the charger, but I can find a charger and we can try to power this on, see what we come up with, and see if we can program this to not behave like a computer. But also, yeah, I suppose for a certain number of likes, we can turn this into something. I don't know, we can create like some sort of chassis, get some power connections there, and we do have the connector, and we can just try to come up with like a portable monitor from this. I don't know. So this depends on whether we can grow the channel enough and whether you guys are interested. So if you're interested, drop a sub, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video.
Artlist.io.
Peace.